What's up, everyone? Got 2-3 minutes until the start of the new hour. 30 minutes before open, we got some laddered resting orders down to 67.10 on ES. And yeah, a lot more to the upside for NQ. Some resting liquidity up to 937. Maybe we go back and hit this volume imbalance as ES possibly sweeps, or is this a defender for a push to the upside, continuation into the 786 region? Let's go see. What do I mean by that? So we had this push down from yesterday. There is a pocket to go into, possibly the golden pocket up here, or a deeper retrace into these regions before a true rejection, if there is downside. Currently, we are at the equilibrium point, so a potential come into this pocket down here for a bounce up to here. So potentially going doom, and then rejecting. Don't try to impose any will on the market. We'll just see where it goes. Just an idea. But let's go see where the volume point of control was yesterday. It also happened to be in these regions. So we had some up here for the 22nd. And we had one for yesterday up in here. For the 23rd. Let's go ahead and go get a little more granular so we can get that accurate point. It's a little bit lower, so coming to that 939 potentially. We also have this. This is pretty much the same for 922. We're going to go grab a drink in a second. Okay, let's turn all this off. Getting a bit of a push here with the candle close. Hourly close complete. Let's go say what's up in the Discord. What's up? Yo, yo, yo. Hardware acceleration. Sounds better than... Oh, nice. Kill pips. Bye. What was that about? That's funny. I know they do that with talent. Like they'll pay for companies and then those companies get bought out and they make them a shell of what those companies were and they just take the talent and move them over to their main company. So it's kind of like, yeah. So it's not even like the company that they bought is what they were valuing. They were valuing the brains behind that company. And they'll pay like, $1 billion for the company, but it was mainly to get that team. The multimodal aspect of like analyzing pictures or like, you know, I just take it pictures of my meals and then it tells me all the calories and I feed it all the data and the grams and everything is pretty on point. I mean, it's not valueless, but the idea that it like hallucinates and it makes mistakes and it totally like forgets like what I put 2 days ago in its weekly running total. And I'm like, I didn't eat 2,000 calories on Tuesday. What are you talking about? And they're like, oh, sorry about that. I'm like, why? How do you make that mistake? It's in the log. Right. Right. Like I've had limitations like that too where I just feed it even like a bank statement and I'm like, "Can you give me the credits and debits for each month?" And it'll like totally miss something. I'm like, "What about this one?" They're like, "You're absolutely correct." And I'm like, "Well, why didn't you see it?" I'm like, "I don't understand." Well, I know Nvidia has its like Blackwell chip and I don't quite get what makes it so much better or whatever, but I get the idea of the ARM architecture and the company of ARM. Like that was one of these things I pointed out. Um, yeah, like before it became big, but ARM is the architecture behind it all. But did you see that age that what was it, AI 2027 thing where all of the leading people say that, there's this tipping point that's going to happen where AI is headed for super, like we think super intelligence is not that far away, but it's all of the greatest people working on it think it's like 2027, and then the government's captured at that time and it creates these false problems with China. Right. I see what you're saying though, for sure. Yo, Blue Horseshoe. Yeah, I have if you're in a Discord, I don't know, are you in the Discord? If you give me your Discord name, I can invite you or something. Yeah, it's just like the AI hallucinate, our entire society is hallucinating in how, you know, there's this writing on the wall, if you will, for like limitations on growth, and we just have this infinite growth abundance mentality. And that's what the stocks reflect. It's really the stupidity of mankind that thinks it can just keep going skyward forever. Well, we hit a milestone, like the 25K or whatever. Like seeing a weekly pullback seems to, I haven't seen a rocket on my indicator for a while, but I've seen a lot of nukes, which is like, weekly and daily time frames exhausted. So we've just seen like multiple push-ups and just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. We broke the hourly super trend too, so um, basically we just need to bearishly retest some of these volume points of control, or like a lining up with a mathematical level, and then that would be your easy entry, perhaps. Yeah, that's funny. Money, money, money. Yeah, it's just the movement, catching a wave. What wave can you catch? Yeah, it's I remember that, like, did you That sucks. Hail does all that damage to cars. Gonna grab a drink. Be right back. Okay. Okay. What was that? YouTube. Seems like a good time. Boom, 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 boom. We got 10 minutes. And 8 minutes. We should see the jitters in 5 minutes before open. Okay. What's up? How's it going? Same. You get wet? I knew I shouldn't. Yeah, I use the TPO and other value area high volume point and control points. I basically just use TPO here on the 2-minute. And then I go and mark off all of the volume points of control. Like September 19th was where we kind of bounced off of. So realistically coming up to one of these two up here. Oh, we're open. So coming up to some of these volume points of control would make sense. Getting some sellers here. Just got a 100 buyer. Enter at 871. Okay, so ES has those resting orders. Potentially getting some buyer absorption here at 871. I knew I should have skipped the OBS upgrade. I've never enjoyed hitting the yes button on that. Mm-hmm. kind of pushing up on some buy side of the late sellers here. There was a 90 lot that it's going against at 842. Just turned 72 and 67 into buy side. We're hitting those volume imbalances. We just created another one. Yeah, it's getting a little bit of battle at the value area low for acceptance back in at 850 or not. You're getting a bunch of buy characters. You just had a 72 buyer at 844.25. If it's going to absorb it, it's going to do it here. Nice. Nice absorption on the buyer there. Yes, getting that push to those resting orders at 67.15 to 67.10. Bunch of laddered orders down there. You just had an 859 spoofer up above at 845 on NQ. Oop, the spoofer disappeared. He got spooked. Oh, the 1,000 spoofer came back at 860 this time. Suppression to the downside. There is what they want. You're at daily open too, and the weekly open rejection at 850. Yeah, you're getting a rejection of the buyers. Yeah, it's probably going to break this. That spoofer also agrees for now. Oh, the 1K spoofer left. Yeah, this spoofer leaving is kind of like, why did they stop? We got any news? Ooh, that was a mighty big jitter to the downside. There's an orange folder in like 15, I think. Got a bunch of buyers here that could be absorbed. And yes, going to those resting orders. And you have a 700 spoofer at 67.29, wanting it to go hit those resting orders. It already came this far. It looks like it wants to sweep that entire lot all the way down to 67.10. Damn. Dupe. Here we go. Bottom drops out. And the buyer absorption looking more likely than not. It's already below their entry. Yep. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Yes, is just about to hit the sweep. Sweep it. There we go. There we go. Follow through. Daddy like. Nice, nice, nice. Clear it all the way to 67.10. Do the thorough job. Come on. Nice. It's nice when things line up. I'd lock it in. Nice sweep right through. Boom. Cleared all those resting orders. That was pretty good. Are we back at some points of control? We went right through September 19th. Nothing around here except September 18th down at 729. Nice, Dave. Nice. Tickle the pickle. Yeah, I already locked in that short. That was a decent gain. We got the news in 5-ish, 7 minutes. Wow. Indeed. So far, negative 3K in delta aggression to the downside. I think it's gonna consolidate here till news. It looks like it's just holding. It's also the September 19th volume point of control at 8:06. Where's it? Where's that show playing? Netflix. And news in 15 seconds. We just had a 100-lot seller get slightly absorbed here at 8:15. Here we go. They cleared the order book on ES just before news. You can see how it turns all black there. Booyah. Not really. Bearish super trend on the 30 seconds still holding unless it breaks 827.50. Oh, nice. Whoa. Did you notice, Woke, how they had the spoofer that was, they appear on the side they want to push down. They're like a defender of the side they don't want it to go. So it's kind of like a barrier that they use to suppress the opposite side, is what I notice. So generally, they wish it to go the opposite way where their order is placed. So like yesterday, it was placed beneath it, and then it pushed up a little bit before it dropped. So like whether they're trying to get in passively on the opposite side, I have no clue what their intention is other than it generally goes the opposite way of where their order is. So in that case with ES, you had the 700 lot above here at 67.30, and then it pushed through all the way to clear the resting orders. Are those resting orders their orders? I have no clue. All right, so we're coming back on the 100 seller at 815, possibly getting some seller strength back. Value area low at 800. So not sure if you saw that woke, but basically there was the spoofer here just before it started to sweep the lows. They first put it at 67.21, removed it thinking it was going to try to grab them or something, and then they put it up higher with more lots. So it was 600 and it moved to 1,000, and then they were like, and it swept all those resting orders. So it was like a theory started to form. Nice, your long's paying off. It just grabbed 700 in buy side with that push up. So it stopped out a bunch of shorts. It had a level there too. It was stars aligning. It's all like what you were saying in your videos from ages ago. Like it's all the evidence. Just line up the evidence, you know. Didn't he make a book that was like If I Did It or something? We just had a 268 seller at 833. If it's gonna, that's kind of messed up that you'd make that book. Like, did he have to give all the money to the family or something? He definitely did it. Not write a book that says like, if I did it, here's how, you know, that's Or like deranged people who like cheer on assassinations and stuff. I don't get why everyone's like they were like I started to watch like Jimmy Kimmel Coming Back or whatever, and I was like, why am I doing this to myself? He's garbage anyway, and I just like said don't recommend and blocked it because it was just like hearing everyone cheer like he's like, oh my god, he's back, and it's like it's not even funny. Jimmy Kimmel, of all people, and it's like he's acting like, you know, you gotta speak truth to power. It's like you weren't even speaking the truth. Like, what are you talking about? Like, they took him off because it was insensitive to say that bullshit as after somebody died, you know? It's just like, why would you even go there? It's not even comedically funny. The short. America. Oh, thanks for pointing that out. I fixed it, I hope. Did he do it on purpose? Was it a self-annihilation? Oh, that's, yeah. I mean, I remember back in the day when the internet was kind of new and they had like websites like Style Project and stuff, and you'd find like really gross things you're not like it was like you know what you find on a regular day at X at this point. How does doing that stick it to them? I don't get it. I mean, literally, he just sticks to the pavement. That's it. Like he's like, I'm gonna stick it to you. And it's like, well, actually, no, you're sticking to the pavement. You know? Damn. That sucks. Jeez. Yeah, I remember. I think we talked about this before, and then I talked about how Japan, like, they charged the family for the trains and everything. And then different trains have different penalties, so people use the cheapest one or they go on the most expensive one depending on their relationship with their family. So they like stick it to their family after they're gone. Foot the bill, like. Well, if we break this, I mean, we bounced off the volume point of control from September 19th at 806 and we kind of reacted, and then now we're reacting a second time off of it. So until we go below 806, it's theoretically still upwards momentum right now, but that's pretty good. Nice. Okay, I'm going to end the stream here, ladies and gents. I will catch you tomorrow. We're hitting a bunch of buy side here. I think we're going to go up a little bit more, clear out the highs, perhaps go up to the 50 region, clear out some of this. But on that note, stay frugal, stay positive, stay blessed, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace.